Jesus, friends of our adorable Jesus, and friends of Sister Anne Ali of the Most Holy Eucharist. As usual, today on Thursday, we shall go through the Divine Appeal 281, and I'm going to read as our Lord Jesus dictated it to Sister Anne Ali. The scandal have offended me so much that I am in great pain, drenched with blood. I walk through this multitude of souls. My daughter, pray, pray, pray. Watch with me in the sacrament of my love. I want you to offer everything to me. I speak to you amid tears of blood. I implore you to allow me complete freedom. Abandon yourself in my will. I want to erect an altar in your heart on which the fire on my love would burn continuously. I want it to be pure and untouched by anything that could stain it. Whenever you call me, I will be very near you in order to fill you with my love. Whenever you hear offenses and infamy against you, offer them to my eternal Father for purity of the souls I entrusted souls, by means also for those consecrated souls. I'm very hurt. Countless number of souls are in the brink of the pit. What more could I have suffered for the salvation of mankind? The souls struggle with the red Lucifer who imprisoned them. He institutes to them, do not believe. They do not renounce their pleasures, their immoral passions. Drugged and godless, they use violence like beasts, thieves, mysterious murders of those who are kidnapped, blood flowing in all directions, magistrates accused of dishonesty, poor souls. One after another, their eye blindfolded, they approach the highest of precipices. My daughter, participate daily in the holy sacrifice of Mass, together with the Holy Communion, atone and do reparation and penance. Pray the Rosary and the Station of the Cross daily. Many swords will wound your heart. They offend you because of my love. You will be rejected and mortified, but do not be afraid. I want complete obedience from you. You must listen and heed all the direction and guidance from my apostle of the last days. I have given him grace to lead you along. You must listen to him with humility and patience. The scandals have offended me so much that I am in great pain. Stretched with blood, I walk through this multitude of souls. The world advances toward the precipice from one day to the next. My divine mercy is followed by my divine justice. I bless you. This message our Lord Jesus dictated to Sister Anne Ali of the Most Holy Eucharist on 14th July 2010 at 3 a.m. From this message, there's a lot we can learn from this message. Jesus was really telling Sister to surrender her will, to surrender herself completely. And here he's telling her, I want to erect an altar in your heart on which the fire of my love will burn continuously. So Jesus had already erected an altar in her soul because she had allowed him to do so. And that's why we find, like on Thursday, Jesus was taking full charge of her, because our Lord Jesus, who was shedding tears of blood, as we have seen him here, he's the one who was shedding tears of blood in the life of Sister, because he had already taken charge. It was not Sister who was shedding tears of blood. It was Jesus who was shedding tears of blood in her. he had already erected an altar in her. And Jesus is even telling her she will go through hardships. He's telling her all what she will encounter. She should not, what she need to do, she need to join her sufferings with the suffering, where he's telling, whenever you hear offenses and infirmity against you, often offer them to my eternal Father. So she was told to offer everything to the eternal Father. And why? She was to offer everything for the sake of purity of the souls consecrated to Jesus and the soul that also offend Jesus. So she was supposed to unite, to offer. And I remember during the time Jesus' sister was alive, she used to say, any pain, anything that you go through, any difficult, unite with the suffering of Jesus. And when you unite your problem with the suffering of Jesus and unite it for a purpose, here she was being told to do it for the sake of the purity of the consecrated souls. And it goes on to say the next paragraph, what is happening today in the world. There's they do not renounce their pleasure, their immoral passion, drugged and godless. They use violence. Okay, when you read it, this Divine Appeal 281, what is happening today is what our Lord was saying. All over the world, when we look, innocent blood is being shed all over. Our Lord was talking, and may God help us, like where he's saying, mysterious murder of those who are kidnapped. And for sure this has happened. It's not something that we can say has not happened. A lot. But how was sister going to do reparation for this? That's why Jesus was, sister, we are saying Sister Anne Early of the Most Holy Eucharist was a victim soul. And as a victim soul, our Lord was telling her, in order to respond, in response of all what was happening, she was supposed to attend daily mass. And this is what we also need to do the same. This is exactly what we need to do. It was not sister, it's us. We attend the holy sacrifice of mass, receive the Holy Communion, do reparation, penance, praise the rosary, do Station of the Cross daily. All this we need to do. Many words will wound your heart. Okay, Jesus is telling her all this, after all these things, but all she need to do is the reparation, and she do it for the sake of the love that she had for Jesus. May God help us as we continue to meditate on this message. And in the end, where Jesus is telling her, you must listen to him with humility and patience, the apostle of the last day. We know who was the apostle of the last day according to the Divine Appeal Volume 2. This time she was with our late Bishop Bishop Correll, and he was the one who was referred as the apostle of the last day. She was supposed to obey him and with humility, and for sure I know sister was very obedient to him, and she lived with that vow of obedience till she rested. And may God help us to emulate sister, and also to read the Divine Appeal so that we can respond to what our Lord is telling us. May God help us as we continue to meditate on this message, and let us not forget the Eucharistic Congress and Memorial of Sister, which will take place on 14th, 15th, 16th June. We'll start in Cathedral Eldoret, and people will be in Burnt Forest, where this celebration will be done. Welcome, and let us continue to pray as we prepare for that day. Thank you, and God bless you.